didn't love LeBron's time here, and it's been confusing to me. The reaction to him deciding not to return to LA. A lot of people have celebrated it and almost had a parade as though this is the greatest thing ever.
Kobe Bryant's former teammate, Derek Fisher, has just made a stunning revelation that's sending shockwaves across the NBA. According to Fisher, many Lakers fans viewed LeBron James's era in Los Angeles far differently than people realized, claiming there was quiet excitement surrounding his departure. This story goes beyond a roster move or trade speculation. It highlights a deeper conflict between two iconic Lakers legacies and raises questions about how LeBron's time in purple and gold will truly be remembered. Get ready, because the conversation surrounds
I do. But people tried to make it seem like it was one thing or it was the other thing. I'm like, no, people feel this way. And I was called a hater for years. When I was saying that the fan base doesn't want LeBron, people were like, nah, man, you're a hater. You're a hater. Even Gilbert Arenas and all of them, he'd come out there with his Lakers jersey, like as if he a real Laker fan. Yeah, man. No, man, you hating, man. I'm like, no, this is what the fan base thinks.
That's right. Derek Fisher isn't the only one making this argument. Our host, Charles the Dancer, says he's been expressing this opinion for years, often facing criticism and being labeled a LeBron hater simply for sharing a perspective many fans disagreed with. According to him, he consistently believed a large portion of the Lakers fan base felt this way, even when few were willing to say it publicly. Now, with a respected Lakers figure adding,
I've been saying for a long time that I refuse to support the the Los Angeles Lakers. This bird is really distracting me. I didn't say it. But when I was doing it, they were like, oh man, you're a LeBron James hater, man. You're only doing this because you hate LeBron. You hate LeBron. And I'm like, no. A lot of people feel the exact same way.
Charles has never hidden his stance on LeBron's Lakers era. Even when critics dismissed him as a LeBron hater, he continued to voice the same opinion without backing down. He believed he understood how many Lakers fans truly felt long before those views became part of the mainstream conversation. In his view, this wasn't an isolated opinion but one shared by a passionate segment of the Lakers community that had grown increasingly frustrated over the years. That raises an even...
Now, when it became clear last year that the Lakers were not going to extend LeBron, right? The fans started to get pretty excited because they're like, finally, we can get our team back. And then when this offseason came, the Lakers didn't offer LeBron an extension.
The signs had been building for some time. When the Lakers chose not to offer LeBron an extension last year, many fans saw it as confirmation that a new chapter was beginning. For some supporters, the moment wasn't disappointing. It felt like an opportunity to move forward and reconnect with the franchise they had always known. As Charles describes it, the feeling wasn't rooted in hostility toward LeBron personally. Instead, many believed it was a chance for the Lakers to rediscover their identity and shift the focus back to the team itself. But that raises an important question. Why did so many fans feel the franchise had lost its identity?
The fan base started to rejoice. But the question is, why were they rejoicing? Well, I can tell you that. Number one, it's been 8 years of a total circus. A complete clown show from the on.
When it became clear that a contract extension wasn't coming, many fans reacted with overwhelming excitement. For them, it represented more than a front office decision. It signaled the possibility of a fresh start. Supporters who felt this way argued that their reaction wasn't driven by personal dislike. Instead, they believed the franchise had spent years surrounded by constant drama, controversy, and distractions. To those fans, the Lakers had shifted away from the stability and championship culture that once defined the organization, becoming a team that...
First year he got there, they were talking about the thunderstorm and the wind is blowing. The thunderstorm is coming, and what happened? They didn't even make the playoffs. You remember that when LeBron did that. The second year, they got Anthony Davis, under very unusual circumstances, they were able to win a title.
LeBron's arrival in Los Angeles was surrounded by enormous expectations, but for many critics, it also marked the beginning of an unpredictable era. His first season ended with the Lakers missing the playoffs, fueling concerns that the team's direction had changed. Although the Lakers captured the 2020 championship inside the NBA bubble, some critics have argued that the unique conditions of that season made it unlike a traditional title run, while others view it as a fully legitimate championship. From that point on, the franchise
getting swept in the finals, Western Conference Finals, getting swept in round. I mean, it was just a total mess. And then they got Russell Westbrook there. They missed the play-in tournament. Then LeBron turned the entire season into his stat chasing and for trying to catch Kareem. And then Russell Westbrook became the lightning rod for criticism for that year. And then, of course, they drafted Bronny, which had nothing to do with winning basketball games.
Following the championship season, the Lakers faced a series of disappointing setbacks that fueled criticism from many observers. From being swept in the Western Conference Finals to the struggles surrounding the Russell Westbrook experiment, the team endured several difficult seasons. Some critics also argued that too much attention was placed on LeBron's pursuit of Kareem Abdul-Jabbar's all-time scoring record, claiming the spotlight shifted away from the team's championship goals. The selection of Bronny James also became a major talking point, with some viewing it as a move driven by LeBron's influence rather than purely by basketball considerations. Together, these moments strengthened the belief among many frustrated fans that the franchise had lost its direction, creating the backdrop for the strong reactions that followed.
So Laker fans are sitting back and looking at their team, and they're watching all the other teams win championships. They're watching all the other organizations getting smarter and making smarter moves. Meanwhile, we're a freaking clown show. And then there was all of these rumors about LeBron and these guys wanting a maximum contract, and Laker fans like, are you even joking?
Entitlement and a stark disconnect from the franchise's values. But the fan base itself became a battleground of conflicting loyalties. As other historic franchises continued making bold moves and competing for championships, many critics believed the Lakers were trapped in a cycle of constant controversy and unmet expectations. One issue that generated particularly strong reactions was speculation that LeBron could seek another maximum contract late in his career. For some fans, those rumors sparked concerns about the team's long-term direction and salary flexibility. To those critics,
then infiltrated the proceedings, what they would do is they would be like, when they were like, LeBron is the GOAT, man, he'd work this and work that. And then when he doesn't live up to his contract, or doesn't play defense, it doesn't do that, man, he's 40 years old. What do you expect? So then why are we paying him all of this money?
Many fans pointed to what they saw as a contradiction in the way LeBron was defended. They argued that some supporters would call him the greatest player of all time, yet explain away defensive lapses or playoff disappointments by saying he was already 40 years old. The host questions that logic, asking, if age is used to excuse declining performance, should the expectation still be a maximum contract? According to critics, that debate only added to the growing tension surrounding the team. Combined with the Lakers' inconsistent results,
#1 draft pick, you think about Magic Johnson, even though Kareem, formerly Lou Alcindor, was traded to LA, like he spent a considerable amount of time here, in Los Angeles, and really felt like a piece of the fabric of LA.
Fisher goes on to explain that even Lakers legends who weren't originally drafted by the franchise eventually became deeply connected to Los Angeles. He points to Kareem Abdul-Jabbar as an example, a player who arrived through a trade but spent so many years with the Lakers that he became an essential part of the team's history. According to Fisher, these stars did more than wear the Lakers jersey. They embraced the city, built lasting relationships with its fans, and became woven into the identity of both the franchise and Los Angeles itself. That strong connection, he argues, is a major reason why.
Obviously, Kobe being here for 20 seasons. And so I think other stars felt more like they became who they were as Lakers. And I think a lot of Lakers fans had a difficult time receiving the fact that LeBron was already LeBron before he got here.
Great, so you heard what he had to say. Now, this video was published
The difference, according to Fisher, is impossible to ignore. Kobe Bryant spent his entire 20-year NBA career with the Lakers, building his legacy from the ground up while becoming the face of the franchise and the embodiment of the Mamba mentality. Fisher believes that's the key distinction. Many of the Lakers' greatest icons became superstars because of what they accomplished in Los Angeles. LeBron, on the other hand, arrived after already establishing himself as one of the biggest names in basketball. By the time he joined the Lakers, his legacy had largely been built through his years in Cleveland and Miami. Rather than growing into a Lakers legend,
Eric Fisher, like a lot of these former players, when they put a microphone in front of them, they have to be politically correct. Derek Fisher knows why most fans don't want him in LA. He played with the reason why. It's Kobe Bryant.
Charles offers a much stronger interpretation of the situation. He argues that Derek Fisher, like many former NBA players, is careful with his public comments because of his position in the basketball world. According to Charles, Fisher is choosing his words carefully while still hinting at how some Lakers fans truly felt. Charles believes the biggest factor behind the divide was Kobe Bryant's legacy. In his view, many supporters continue to measure every aspect of LeBron's Lakers career against the standard Kobe had established over 2 decades with the franchise. From that perspective, the debate...
He knows that. He's not going to come out and say it, but he knows that. When LeBron came to LA, Laker fans hated him. They did not want him there. You had Jeannie Buss trying to convince the fans. It got so bad at one point that Kobe Bryant needed to start coming to games. And they needed to show Kobe and LeBron embracing just for the fan base to try to accept it.
From Charles's perspective, the tension surrounding LeBron began almost immediately after he joined the Lakers. He claims that resistance from a portion of the fan base was so strong that the organization worked to present a more united image. According to his view, Kobe Bryant's public support and appearances alongside LeBron helped ease some of the initial skepticism among Lakers fans. Charles argues that this acceptance didn't happen naturally. Instead, he believes it was part of an effort to bring the fan base together and reduce the divide surrounding the team's newest superstar.
That bad. And then when you think about all of the dirty-ass moves that clutch-affiliated organizations like Bleacher Report and House of Highlights have done to tarnish Kobe Bryant's legacy in the background, of course, Kobe, what do you like? Are y'all fucking stupid? Like, what you think this is, bro? Do you think we can't see through the grass? Of course we know what the hell is going on. Like, who y'all kidding here?
The host then escalates his criticism, accusing media outlets and organizations connected with LeBron's circle of helping shape a narrative that, in his view, diminished Kobe Bryant's legacy. According to Charles, this wasn't simply about fans preferring one player over another. He argues that there was a broader effort to influence public perception by constantly drawing comparisons between LeBron and Kobe. His frustration is clear as he questions whether these recurring storylines were merely coincidental.
LeBron's whole apparatus is built on everybody's favorite player just to uplift him, including his own teammates. That's his entire operation. That's the whole movement behind this guy. Trash Kobe, trash.
Charles goes even further, claiming that LeBron was surrounded by a powerful support network that consistently worked to elevate his image and influence public opinion. In his view, that extended beyond media coverage and included voices throughout the basketball world, creating what he describes as a coordinated effort to strengthen LeBron's legacy. Charles argues that the biggest issue wasn't simply the praise LeBron received. He believes the constant comparisons with Kobe Bryant encouraged some people to unfairly...
You want to come to the Lakers and expect the fan base to support you. You must be out your mind. Who are y'all fooling here? What y'all think this is, bro? You think y'all gonna be sneak dissing Kobe and getting all of these journalists and doing all y'all dirty work for y'all, and then y'all gonna run down and be like, yeah, accept me. Laker fans said...
According to Charles, once many fans believed Kobe Bryant's legacy was being unfairly targeted, winning over the Lakers fan base became an even greater challenge. He argues that expecting unconditional support while, in his view, allowing constant criticism or unfavorable comparisons involving Kobe was unrealistic. To Charles, that was something many longtime Lakers supporters simply would not accept. His comments reflect the belief that loyalty to the franchise's greatest legends remains a defining part of Lakers culture, and he says that sentiment shaped the reaction of a large segment of the fan base. From his perspective, the message from those fans became unmistakable.
They packed his ass and they said, get the hell out of here. Now, it wasn't a Rob Pelinka decision. It was just Mark Walter said, I'm not doing this sentimental that Jeannie Buss and them were doing. I'm not doing it. So pack it up, old man. You got to go. You ain't got to go home, but you got to get the hell up out of my house. And that's what
Charles argues that LeBron's exit wasn't an emotional decision, but a business move driven by the Lakers' new leadership. According to him, the organization wanted to move on from the constant spotlight and refocus on building a winning team. He believes the front office chose a new direction centered on restoring the franchise's identity rather than continuing the LeBron era. In Charles's view, this wasn't simply a trade, it was a clear signal that the Lakers were ready to turn the page. He says the decision reflected a commitment to the team's future over individual star power. Whether fans agree or disagree, Charles believes it marked the end of one